Hi, I'm Scott Davis. Welcome to New World Birth. By accessing this presentation, you're inviting me to share this information regarding our passage through this challenging and yet very hopeful time we're currently living in. This is the prenatal care for the birth of a new world age report for the Gregorian date of June 21st, 2011, and One Monkey in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. This also marks the halfway point of the final Tzolkin round. We're also currently completing the third night of the Mayan Tun calendar's universal ninth wave cycle, and we'll begin the fourth day of that cycle on June 25th. June 21st is One Monkey, which carries themes of new beginnings, weaving the threads of time, innocent curiosity leading to artistic expression, wisdom-keeping, and craftsmanship. June 21st also marks the solstice, summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere. The solstice chart tells us of the energy of the upcoming season, and this year the sun is receiving positive energy from Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Chiron, and the moon, while being challenged by Uranus and Pluto. This is very powerful energy. And with Saturn moving forward again, we're feeling the energy of the cardinal grand cross with Mercury, Uranus, and Pluto, which carries the power to change the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical realm forever. This is one of those periods in time that is a turning point. In the future, we'll look at our lives as divided into the time before this monumental season and the time after. I'd suggest checking out Barbara Hand Clow's Astroflash for the solstice reading for a more in-depth description of these forces, and you can access that at handcloud2012.com. And this energy will be very active during this One Monkey 13-day Trecena period, because as Mercury leaves this position of conflict with the outer planets, the sun replaces it and activates the cross towards the end of this Trecena period. This creates pressure to define, transform, and revolutionize our expression in the world. Change will occur, and so surrendering to the flow will serve us better than resistance. Life may get confusing on June 22nd as Neptune challenges Mars while supporting the Sun. On June 25th, we begin day 4 of the universal ninth wave cycle of the Mayan Tun calendar, with the Sun harmonizing with Jupiter, which should bring confidence and good fortune. On June 26th, the Sun is challenged by Uranus, which will likely be a day of disruption. On the 27th, brings Mars into harmony with Uranus, which energizes us to take actions to create breakthrough in our lives. The Sun is challenged by Pluto on June 28th, which brings up feelings of security at home, with family, and in our emotions, despite the events in the political and financial worlds. With Mars conflicting with Chiron on that day, we may feel off balance and needing to make changes and heal in order to find new balance. July 1st brings us the third eclipse within a month's time, and this is a solar eclipse in Cancer. This has the quality of expanding our perspective to move into unfamiliar territory and to think outside the box. On July 2nd, the Sun challenges Saturn and activates the Grand Cross again. So remember, this time we're being asked to return to a state of balance and also to really be in the integrity of who we are as our authentic selves. From a human design perspective, we continue to have Pluto In the hexagram 58, the joyous, challenging, which carries the theme of the audacity to challenge authority. And we also have Neptune in the first line of hexagram 55, which has the theme of finding spirit through cooperation with powers greater than ourselves. From June 29th to July 7th, Mars will be in the hexagram 16, enthusiasm, and with Saturn in hexagram 58, the well, this will give us the channel of the wavelength, which is about talent and caring skills through being in our depth and noticing patterns. But the real big news of this particular Trecena report is the fourth day of the universal underworld ninth wave cycle of the Mayan Tun calendar, which begins on June 25th and reaches its peak on July 3rd and 4th with the quality of leaf formation as described in the research of Carl Johann Kalaman. I think it's interesting that One Monkey in the Tzolkin is about new beginnings, and the fourth day of the Tun calendar is about new foundations. The fourth day is a very, very important cycle in the development of all the previous levels of the Mayan Tun calendar. During the national underworld, this cycle represents 749 to 356 BC, which brought us the Tzolkin calendar in the west and the belief in reincarnation in the east. This period of time was also the time period of Isaiah, Zoroaster, Pythagoras, Lao Tzu, Buddha, and Confucius. During the planetary underworld, this was 1873 to 1893. There were massive developments in industry. The telephone was invented and utilized as they started to set up telephone stations during that time period. This is also a period where that had the foundation of social democratic parties. The fourth day is ruled by the god of rain, and during the galactic underworld, which was December 4th, 2004 to November 28th, 2005, we had record rains in India, the tsunami in Indonesia, and Hurricane Katrina in the Gulf of Mexico. This will be an important time as we experience new foundations on the global front related to nuclear power and revolution. In comparing the universal underworld cycle to the birthing process, to me the fourth day is really about the water breaking, and the energy continues to increase in intensity. So please remember, really, take care of yourself, make sure you're getting plenty of rest, you're eating foods that are nurturing to your body, and take care of those folks that you love. And it's important to recognize that if you're struggling with this energy, this is going to last for another 130 days. On October 28th, 2011, the cycle completes and we enter into a new world age. So this is an intense gestation and birthing period that opens to a whole new world age of consciousness. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for viewing this video. Pardon that it had to be delivered as a picture and audio. I've been having technology issues, probably related to the solar flares of the universal cycle. Who knows? But I really do feel very much blessed that you're connecting with this energy. So I'm very, very grateful for that. The next segment of prenatal care for the birth of a new world age will be on July 4th for the one seed Tzolkin round and the peak of the fourth day of the universal ninth wave of the Mayan Tun calendar. As always, please share this information with anyone you think that would benefit. I honestly have a hard time imagining going through this time period without this particular knowledge. And feel free to check us out on Facebook or YouTube. And as always, I invite you to email me at newworldbirth@yahoo.com. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.